Here, and we do have two that will be board members starting in at the end of convention. With Tracy Weishaft is here as well. So I want to thank everyone for coming out today. Thank you to Region 4. Thanks. Thanks for coming out. Thank you to Region 5. You found your way east of the 404 and north of 7. And I want to thank Smokey and Eddie for coming out today to join us here, and they're going to say a few words to the group. And we'll start off with Smokey Thomas, your president of Opseu, who came out here to spend some time with us on the picket line, and thank you, Smokey.
What's that executive director's name again?
Nancy Brown.
Nancy Brown is a clown. So, you know, I've been around for a while, and we bargain over 750 contracts, not all at once, but two or 300 a year come up for renewals. Rarely do we have a strike. We're able to mobilize and get the employer to a table and get a reasonable conclusion. Do we get everything we want? No, not usually, but sometimes we do, and sometimes the employer is able to beat a couple of things out of us because they write the legislation. But in this case, so you got roughly 100 employees, 10 bosses. That's probably 5 bosses too many.
20 bosses.
21 bosses? Get out of here. I thought 10 was bad.
Yeah, I thought it was
That's
10.
outrageous. So that's one boss, more than one boss for
5.
4.5 workers.
Shame.
That's shameful.
And they want one more.
You know, if they get, anyway, so how do you justify that many bosses, right? So here you got, so then they go and hire a law firm to do their bargaining for them. First mistake. So then the law firm, what interest is there for the law firm to get a speedy settlement when they're billing by the hour? And I'd bet you, I'd like to see those bills. They should have to produce them, but I'll bet you the law firms.
I want to just turn the speaker a bit.
I bet you the law firms charge them $400 an hour, $500 an hour, because that's usually what charge. What, do you know the name of the firm?
Paul Young's the lawyer.
Richard? Is it Hicks Morley?
No.
All right, well, they're the worst, but there's a lot of them around. So anyway, they hire a lawyer, so they bring the lawyer to the table. So the lawyer's interest is, you know, do I want a deal or do I want 100 hours out of this? Oh, geez, you know, that's pretty good. Because we've had strikes in agencies like this. So you find out later the cost of the lawyer was 5, 6, 7 times more than the improvements that the workers got, the value of the improvements the workers got. So how the hell is that fair? How is that a good use of the taxpayers' money, a good use of anybody's money to bargain that way? You are not overpaid by any stretch. You're not overpaid. They're wonderful jobs, but they're tough jobs. Like I bet you're not here because you want grit, you're here because you like to work, correct?
Yeah.
Right?
Because we care and we love about
Exactly.
people we support.
Exactly. So it's too bad, you know, the managers will tell you that, oh, their hearts are in it. Well, if their hearts were in it, you wouldn't be out here. So it's not your fault. So the employer has an offer on the table that any enlightened management group would realize they're not going to ratify that. We're going down the road to a strike. So why would they do that? Why would they take you down to the road to a strike? In 2007, we had 7 strikes in this sector. 2 in my region, Region 4, and 5 down in southwestern Ontario in Region 1. We made massive gains out of the government in terms of funding. So a call I got about 2 o'clock in the morning from the then chair of management board of the secretary to management board of cabinet. They're a bitter lot, Smokey, but cabinet's approved your $222 million for the sector. The question you have, Smokey, is does it go to union, does it go to CUPE, Opseu, non-union? I said yes. The goal was to raise the rates for everybody in the sector. So we did that, but then we almost had to take more strikes to get the money that was directed at the front line out of management into the front line. So I suspect your agency probably does the similar kind of thing. So here's all I know. So that Nancy Brown, right? Nancy, I remember. She's a clown, yes.
Nancy Brown, you let us down.
So all I'd say to her is this. So I'm your president, and I'm here, and I do the job because I love you. So does Sarah, so does Miles, so does Eddie's here we got a board member here from Thunder Bay. So here's my message to that lady upstairs. Dust off your resume because you're going to need it. And
You guys speak our language.
she won't be the first one that we've helped take an exit package and go off to ruin some other agency somewhere. And then I will be going after the minister to say, intervene here. You know, they we can't intervene in labor relations. Well, you can, because you do, because you underfund them, and you don't make them manage the money well, so that's intervening in labor relations because you take advantage of the workers. So they do. So on the whole issue of picketing group homes, do it. It's not nice, but I'll bet you the residents it's not upsetting them, it's upsetting the people upstairs.
They won't even open their blinds for them.
Well, there you go. So, but we had this problem in 2007 and a few strikes since. There was a charter challenge. We went all the way. We won the charter challenge. QP and Opseu fought it, and we won it. You can pick it. So, and it upsets some people for sure. But if you don't put some pressure on the employer, they'll leave you out here longer. So you got to make them feel the pain as much as you are.
And it's not that we don't love the people we support.
Exactly. You know, I know you love. You wouldn't be. I worked my whole life in the Kingston Psychiatric Hospital. When I started in 1970. It was the Ontario Hospital of Kingston. So I know about working at a job that you don't get rich at, but that you love. And I'm one of them lucky people. I used to fight with the bosses all the time, but I'm one of those lucky people. Get up in the morning, went to work, and I loved my job. And I see all the nods in the room, so you know what it's like. So, but that doesn't mean you take shit from them. And that doesn't mean you're going to eat a crappy contract. And that doesn't mean they're going to put you in a position where you're going to be in trouble with your insurance company. All those sorts of things. So we're with you 110%. We're the 150%. So, and I guess you're going back to the table tomorrow?
Yep.
So there, Mrs. Brown, if you can hear this. What's that song, Mrs. Brown, you got a lovely daughter? But anyway, I don't know if she does, right? But get a deal tomorrow or we'll be back. And then the next time we're back, it will be buses with 30, 40, 50 people in it, and they won't get in and out of there. So anyway, they picked a fight that they shouldn't have picked, and we don't pick fights. We don't pick fights in our unit, but when somebody picks one with us, we finish it. And we'll finish this fight for you, sisters and brothers. We'll finish it.
Thank you, Smokey. We also have our first VP Treasurer, Eddie Almeida, here today. He drove out as well, and thank you for that. So, Eddie, a few words.
Yes. He's the guy that writes the check.
That's right.
There's actually two names on the checks. I will be brief. I typically am. And you know what? I've been on lots of strike lines, and I've been on lots of work refusal lines. I've been on lots of lines in general. And if she's up there listening, what she ought to know is that, as Smokey said, we don't pick fights. But if you want one, Opseu will give it to you. I'll tell you right now, this is a small community. It's a beautiful community, walking through and driving through. And I'll tell you, maybe if we had a whole bunch of panel trucks with a message on each one of them, rotating around this community, talking about the work you do and the work they don't do, maybe that'll send a message. You better get back to the table or we will be back. $72 million can buy a lot of ad space. $72 million can put a lot of pressure. Get to the table, pay our people what they deserve, show them the respect they deserve, so we can all get back to doing what we love to do, and that's helping people. Thank you, brothers and sisters.
Thank you, Eddie. I want to acknowledge Region 2, who is also here, and Region 7. We have the Sector Chair of Developmental Services came from Thunder Bay. Thank you, Aaron. Aaron, did you want to say a few words to your people?
Hey guys, all the pictures and everything I've been seeing, like, you guys are so strong, and Courtney, you are amazing. So I want to acknowledge Courtney's strength in all of this, and obviously Sean's. But yeah, I think when we think about the sector and we think we haven't had a strike in the sector in 10 years, you guys are holding strong, and we're really proud of you. And your art and your fight is actually something that it'll affect everybody. So while you're standing here fighting for yourselves, you're actually fighting for the whole sector. So thank you very much for all of that. Solidarity, guys.
Thank you, Aaron. And you're not just fighting for developmental services, your sector when it comes to vehicles, because there are other sectors that actually have to use their vehicles. So Children's Aid Society, that is something that Local 334, which is in Peterborough, has gone through in the past, and it's something that if they can get it out of one, they're going to try to get it out of others. So you're standing tall.
for other sectors as well, and thank you for that. We do have people from across the province and from across the region who have come from your sector who are here as well. We have people from Alliston, Alan is here. We have people from Community Living, Huronia, from Midland, we have from Peterborough. So thank you everyone for coming out and standing solid for your sector and for this group that's on strike. I would like to have Ryan, who is the communications person for the local, come up and say a few words.
All right, so first and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Everything I'm going to say came from Sean, because he can't actually get up here and say it. So, he says, hello everyone, we of Local 316 would like to say a special thank you to you. You have taken time out of your busy lives to come here today to support our fight. So thank you. This is what makes Opseu so great. When you pick a fight with one of us, you can expect 130,000 members to back you up. That's pretty impressive. 130,000 members. I'll keep doing this all day long. Nancy Brown, we're out here. This past week, we have felt so much love from the community, the DS sector, all of Region 3, but from many individual members of this great union from all over Ontario. We would like to give a special thank you to Richard, our staff rep, who has worked 24/7 around the clock. This guy's been here all through everything. He's had some tough stuff going on around his life as well, but he's here supporting us. So, Richard, we've got your back as well, bud. All of the food, all the money, anything and everything that anyone has sent us, words of encouragement, pictures, blue shirts in the news, everything is amazing. So I know when I stand up there and I'm away from my family, that's what keeps me going there. So thank you for that. Today, we'd like to thank you again, one more time, Sean, lots of thanks. We know together we own this fight and we will prevail. In solidarity, thank you again.
Thank you, Ryan and Sean. I want to say thank you again to everyone for coming out. This could make the difference between a short strike and a long strike for this group. They're going back to the table tomorrow, so thank you for coming out and showing support. And fingers crossed that tomorrow they will back off their concessions and that they will at least allow people to have the choice of using their vehicle and show them the money. Like, these people really care. I know you all do, because I see how much you care and how hard it was for you to make this decision. And I know you want to get back to work with your clients, but that's not going to happen until management respects all of you and the work that you do and compensates you for that, so that you can do what you need to do for the people that are the most vulnerable in this community. So thank you for all you do every single day. Thanks for staying strong. We'll be there for you, whatever you need. Smokey and Eddie, your Region 3 board members will be there. Whatever you need from us, just give us a call. We're available, and we'll be here with you all every step of the way until you get a fair deal. So thank you everyone for coming out. Richard, this is the amazing staff rep making incredible videos of this group.
Everybody, if anybody who showed up, if you didn't do a selfie sign, you can make a picket sign, stand over in front of Community Living, take a selfie, tweet it out, Facebook it, use all the hashtags. I can't say enough about this group. I have never bargained into a strike before, and I have learned so much about solidarity and what they have done and what they prepared and what they're willing to do for their cars. It's all about cars, about using it for work and having it as a condition of your employment. And they have said no. First they said 97%, and then they got another offer back, over 90% of the membership. Then, it was a little softer, it was only 86%. But you know what, it's 100% out here. There's nobody that isn't out. The scabs are going in, we're holding them up. As it said, it's the heat and the humility. And, as I've said to various people in the last couple of days, this is what winning feels like. And you will win, hopefully tomorrow, but you will win and your team will be at that table. And if we don't have what you need, we will walk back out that door and we will come see you on the picket lines. So thank you very much. It's been an incredible situation to be involved in. Nothing like I've ever been into, but you've done it, you've carried it. I'm just hiding in the background somewhere, so thank you.
I want to acknowledge Chris Johnston and
Leslie Sanders, who were staff reps that were also involved at one point with Local 316 over the years, and they've also come out to show support, and they really care about your local and your group. So all of Region 3 is behind you, all of the staff are behind you, all of the members in the region are standing behind you. So thank you again for everything that you're doing, and thank you for taking on this fight. It's a tough one, and I know you made a tough decision, but you made the right decision for your families and for the people that you support in the community. DJ.
Hey, I like your video, by the way.
Turn the record on. Dance with my baby.